Thank you, Chawi. Good morning, Jalou. Good morning. We are live on TikTok and Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. Been a pretty slow morning so far. HTOO, Microfloat, Fusion Fuels, Bright Solutions signs an agreement to launch up to 30 million targeted hydrogen investment platform. That's on HTOO. Signs an agreement to launch up to 30 million targeted hydrogen investment platform. Deployment of up to 30 million of partner committed capital to be released over time in 3 potential tranches of $10 million each. First project expected to be a green hydrogen facility in Spain in 2026. That's on HTOO. Listed as a microfloat. Volume's coming in a little bit. HTOO. Let's take a look at it. HTOO. Microfloat. The news just hit. We'll see if it goes anywhere. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Kathy, good morning. So we'll keep an eye on it. We always keep an eye on those microfloats. We never know. We just never know. Volume hasn't broke 100,000 yet. Getting close though. There it is, 100,000. Let's see if we can make a play on this. Let's see what we can do. Let's wait and see where it goes. Let's see if we can get a quick play on HTOO. Energy Fuel says the uranium production sales exceed guidance. Looks like HTOO wants to come down here in this 445, 440 range. Let's see if we can make a snag down here. Ooh, look at that drop. 431. T. Anybody? Come on. Come on. All right. Won't let you buy HTOO. You have to go to try Webull. That's what I've got. That's what I've got up here. That's why I keep my Webull handy. If I run into one that E-Trade won't let me have, I switch over to Webull real quick and try that one. HTOO total volume is 341,000 right now. It's not on this that you see on the screen right here. It's not on there. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to have you with us. David, good morning. Sheila, good morning. Vicky, good morning. Everett, good morning. Dave, Rocky, good morning. Good morning. Good to have everybody here with us this morning. Been kind of slow, not been real exciting. Didn't get much at 7 o'clock in terms of press releases. I got one press release at 7:30. Gives you an idea how slow it was. So one press release at 7:30. And just a few moments ago, right at 7:45, we had HTOO threw a little press release out there. SQ444, good morning. Tried to make a play on FTEL this morning, FTEL, listed as a micro float, had a little bit of news. Thought we'd get a good play out of that, but so far it's not done very well. So still hanging on to it, still holding tight, waiting to see if it'll break back up over $1 again. That would be nice. On what? E-Trade, Hollywood, or Schwab? Schwab seems to be the one that's notorious for not letting you trade certain stocks. It's got a bad reputation for that. Good morning. Monday morning. Good Monday morning. Ticker symbol UUUU. Energy Fuel says U.S. uranium production sales exceed guidance. Not getting any action, though. Not getting any action at all. Let's take a look at BSLK real quick. Let's go back. LSK. BSLK. BSLK. See if that one's going to decide. That one had a nice little run up this morning. But like everything else, it's pulling back. Nothing's holding up. Everything's kind of falling apart here this morning. We're getting little bumps on the news. We're getting little tiny climb ups on the news, but then they're just falling apart. They're not, nothing's holding on. We just need that really good piece of news. We need that really great press release. I said earlier this morning, I can feel it coming. I got a positive attitude about it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. What are you guys trading? Anybody got anything this morning that they're messing with? Anybody in the money this morning? Anybody got a little profit to show for your hard work? HTOO pulling back. Phoebe, thank you. Sent the Rising Star, #1. First gift they've ever sent. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's cool. And I'll give you a follow back for that. Thank you very much. Well, HTOO, like everything else this morning, it's falling apart. Oliver, good morning. BSLK pulling back, and you're ready for an entrance. HTOO is really pulling back too. Like a lot. 390. This was just up at 475 just not too many minutes ago. So it's really getting pulled down hard. JC got mask, MASK from 24 to 30.51. Nice. Made $3.99 on BSLK. Hey, that's better than me. Today has not been a tremendous morning so far. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. I appreciate that very much. I didn't get anything for Christmas, so that makes up for it. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Let's go look at mask here. HTOO still coming down. MASK, let's take a look at it. This was on our list this morning before we went live. Right after we went live. That was on our scanner. That was like number 5 or number 6 on the scanner. It's moved up a little bit. Trying to navigate the new platform. Are you brand new to TikTok? Oh my gosh. Pretty slow here. We've got about 10 seconds. We've got about 10 seconds until we get the 8 o'clock press releases. So hang tight. Let's see what pops up here at 8 o'clock. PHGE announces a $3 million private placement. PHGE. TOVX announces positive scientific advice from the European Medicine Agency on the design of a phase 3 trial. VCIG, this is a microfloat. VCIG signs a binding term sheet to acquire controlling 51% stake in RT Car Mexico. Secures tier 1 production hub for global automotive giants North American expansion. That's on VCIG. And then ENVB, Enviric Biosenses, announces a patent. They have a new patent. Also a microfloat. So TOVX files their Form 8K. Now, TOVX is the one I just told you about. It's the one that had these positive scientific advice from the European Medicine Agency on a phase 3 trial for metastatic pancreatic ductal adenocarcinoma, whatever that is. That was on TOVX. The two microfloats were ENVB and VCIG. Neither one of them are getting much movement here or volume. Watch for the volume. Got to have volume. So let's go see what TOVX is doing. Oop. TOVX. Nice little cheap stock. This stock has just bumped on that press release, went from 19 cents to 23, sitting at 22.5 right now. We'll see if that's got anything in it. It's got a 32 million public float on that stock. TOVX, 32 million public float. About 5 million shares shorted on it with about a day and a half to cover. Let's take a look at BNAI. That was the other one from this morning. BNAI. Don't know if you've been watching that one. That was on our list this morning of stocks that were climbing up. It's starting to try and push itself up. ICE. BNAI, this press release came out earlier this morning. It came out about 6:15 this morning. That's why it's been up this morning a little bit from close on Friday. They finalized an agreement for a proprietary AI engagement solution with a leading global ad agency. for one of the world's top pharmaceutical companies. So that's what's been driving that one this morning. Now let's go back to TOVX. Now up to 23.9. $24. $24.5, $24.8, $24.9. Let's see if it breaks 25 here. 24.9. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have everybody with us this morning. It's been kind of slow. Hopefully TOVX gives us a little something. How cold is it where you are? I am in Central Florida. It's about 60 degrees here right now. I think the high today is probably going to be in the upper 60s, lower 70s maybe. Not crazy hot, but definitely warmer than up north. That's for sure. Supposed to have a little bit of a cool down here this week in Florida. TOVX, we just hit 25. Let's see if it can break it. We need to break that 25 pretty nicely. 20 in North Dallas. Oh my gosh. AFJK up. Amy Health, AFJK. It's a $56 stock. Been so many of them that we've been watching this morning. SOPA was one. Popped up on some news this morning, but fell apart. It's trying to curl back up, but not going to get too excited about that one just yet. TOVX is the one I'm interested in at the moment. I want to see if this thing's going to break 25. It keeps getting smacked down every time it hits 25. 25.2. Come on. Give us a little bit more. We're up 31% so far on that press release. Let's see if it can give us any more. I'd like to see it up at least 60 or 70%. That'd be a nice little return. Elkhart, 16 degrees. The feel-like temperature is -5. Oh, gee whiz. That is crazy. That is nuts. 17 in South Bend. Who's got the coldest weather this morning? Somebody's got some cold weather out there. SOPA. Let's go back and look at SOPA. SOPA's still trying to push up a little bit. Made some money on SOPA, SOPA. Made money on that this morning, right at 7 o'clock. It ran up pretty nice. It was a quick little scalp on that one. 62 in Palm Beach Gardens. I've got about 60 here right now. 17 in Southeast Kansas. Oh, Brett. Oh, that's cold. That sounds cold. Maury, -5 in Central Illinois. Oh boy. Vicky, good morning. That sounds cold. TOVX is just having one heck of a time at 25. It just can't seem to get over that. Who's got less than -5? It's 13. It's 30, not 20 in Dallas. Oh, okay. Jimbo. Jimbo said it's 71 in Hawaii. He's not there, but he wishes he was. 21 in Chicago. Oh gosh. That's crazy. 37 in California. Gosh. You think of California, you just don't think about cold weather. Same with Florida. You think of Florida, you don't think about cold weather in Florida, but we've had a few mornings a couple of weeks ago that were down in the mid to lower 30s in the morning and overnight. It was cold. And it's supposed to chill down again this week as well. But it won't be long and it'll be back in the 80s again. It was beautiful this weekend. I had the Wave Runner out this weekend out on the Gulf, and it was pretty nice, to be quite honest. It was really nice. TOVX just hit 25.4. Come on. This thing breaks 30. That's going to be pretty awesome. DBRG. We getting rockets on that one? DBRG pushing up. It's an $18 stock. Digital Bridge Group is the name of the company. Chris got in at 20. Nice. Come on. 24. Just can't seem to get over 25. It's just having one heck of a time at 25. All right. Let's see. FRSX. FRSX. Selected by car manufacturer Audi to showcase its terrain intelligence technology. It's on FRSX. They have a 97 million public float. FRSX. TOVX is getting pulled down just like everything else this morning. Good heavens. ENVB announces patent issue. We knew about that one. TOVX back down to 22. Got pulled down 3 pennies. ASPC. ASPC climbing up nicely. $25 stock. $21 in Chicago. Gosh, it's so cold out there, guys. Stay warm. If you're up north, stay warm. Drops any lower here in Florida, I'm going to have to put socks on. Now, that's not That's uncalled for. You know it's getting cold in Florida when I put on socks. Terry's back with breakfast. What'd you make us, Terry? Scrambled eggs and bacon? Hopefully some scrambled eggs and bacon. That's very uncalled for. Alicia, good morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, you went through McDonald's? Let's go back and look at mask again. MASK. Look at that. That's a nice little recovery there, wasn't it? Wow. 25 all the way back to 31. That's a nice little recovery. Sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Yeah, what's the temperature up there? Alicia, what's the temp right now in Michigan? Pinky made fried eggs, hash browns, and sourdough toast. Oh, that sounds good. Did you make enough for everybody? 27, but feels like 7. That's cold. Oh, my. I remember those days. It wasn't that long ago. I lived up there. I remember those days very, very well. TII, Titan Mining. TII, that one's trying to push up here this morning in pre-market. ENVB, pushing up. This is the one with the patent, the new patent, the microfloat. It was 65 yesterday. I got 28 and 30 mile per hour wind in northern Ohio. Isn't it crazy how the temperature can do that? 60 plus degrees, and the next morning it's in the teens. That just doesn't seem possible. FRSX. We'll see if that bumps. That's the one that was, they put out the press release about they were selected by Audi to showcase its terrain intelligence technology. FRSX. Just had a huge ice storm the other day. All the streets are covered in ice. That just sounds cold. It just sounds extremely, extremely cold. Well, thank you, everybody that hit the follow button. I do appreciate that very, very much. And the subscribe button on YouTube. Also appreciated very much. Well, it doesn't look like here MRM partners with World on Technology, envisioned by Sam Altman and Alex Blania, deploying proof of human infrastructure through Japan. Mediram partners with World. Mediarom Healthcare Technologies. A diversified healthcare company is collaborating with World Foundation and Tools for Humanity to deploy proof of human technologies through Japan. That's on MRM. Now they have a 5.8 million public float, only about 151,000 shares shorted, so not much of a short presence there. Glad I could provide you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the Christmas present. Thank you. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. It was very kind of you. Let's show some support here, Wolfpack. Let me pin this comment. There. There we go. I pinned that comment up there. Let's go over and give her a follow. Show some support. Relatively new to the TikTok platform. Let's show some love. DTCK. DTCK climbing up, a little 49-cent stock, pushing up pretty nice right now. Davis Commodities is the company name. Yes, we will pop over, give her a follow, help support each other. That's what it's all about. Let's go back and look at TOVX. TOVX managed to pop itself up to 26.2. So it is making an effort, but it got pulled down pretty quick. It's just having a heck of a time up there. Mamo, M-A-M-O. M-A-M-O. No, not seeing any. Don't see any. Debbie, good morning. Okay, well, we're going to call it quits on TikTok this morning. Thank you for popping in. I wish we could have given you something a little bit more tasty here with the news at 8 o'clock, but nothing popped up really. TOVX was the only thing that popped up that really had any movement to it at all. So unfortunately, nothing at 8 o'clock. Maybe 8:30 we'll throw something out there. But we're going to leave TikTok and we're going to go over to YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now on our Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. And we're going to stay there for the 8:30 press releases. So if you're on TikTok with us right now and you'd like to get those 8:30 press releases, pop on into YouTube and search for Traveling Trade Adventures. That's our new YouTube channel that's going to be centered around RV travel and the adventures that we get into, and of course our trading every morning. But if you'd like to get the 8:30 press releases, pop over there. Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button when you get there. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7:45 Eastern. Just like this morning, 7:45 right here on TikTok. You guys have a beautiful day. God bless. Holy smokes. I made $1.62. Yeah, Mammo's got quite the spread. It looks like it's tightening up a little bit. 409 to 419 on that spread. Made $1.62. That'll help with the tow bill. Oh, let's look at ANL again. ANL. Come on. Yeah, it's not really doing much, is it? Not really doing much. Good morning. All right, we've got about 2 minutes. 2 more minutes, and we'll get the 8:30 press releases. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed. Let's hope something really cool pops up. BNAI. Let's go back and look at that one again. BNAI. BNAI still pushing up again. That one has been a roller coaster all morning long. ASPC up 7. Boy, BNAI has been up, down, up, down, up, down all morning here. All right. Okay, 1 minute to go. Let's get that coffee. Oh. Boy, none of those micro floats are moving at all. Mutter ASPC to 30. BNAI moving. ASPC trying to push maybe up to 30. Yeah, you like my cup? I got a nice little Looney Tunes cup. It fits perfectly. That's the vibe. Okay, here we go. 8:30. What do we got? TAOP Microfloat announces transformational growth milestones, new corporate headquarters, and U.S. $2 million smart infrastructure contracts. It's on TAOP, listed as a microfloat. ORBS announces ETH Holdings reach 4.11 million tokens. Total crypto and total cash holdings, 13 billion. ORBS announces a share buyback program up to $125 million. All right. So the first one was on BMNR. BMNR, they're the ones that have a total crypto and cash holdings of 13 billion. And the other one was ORBS, which was announcing the share buyback program. SIDU just filed a Form 424B5. MREO announces a Phase 3 orbit and cosmic results. TAOP, nothing there. That TII that I mentioned to you earlier, that Titan Mining Corporation, it's still pushing up. DBRG, SoftBank Group to acquire Digital Bridge for $4 billion. It's on DBRG. TII still pushing up. FTEL trying to go back up. Titan Mining pushing. Let's go back and look at ASPC again. Struggling at 27. 27.5 really. DBRG halted. MREO halted. BMNR, ETH. Is that all they're going to give us? Excuse me. Tron, TRON, secures an $18 million strategic investment from Justin Sun, founder of Tron Blockchain. TRON. None of the micro floats are really moving. SIDU, RPGL. Let's go back and look at some of those previous runners there. Where Mask is at. Mask is pulled back down again. TOVX back at 25. This one's been a roller coaster as well. Looks like we hit a high there of 26.2. Be nice to see if that'll break. SLS. SELLAS Life Sciences provides an update on a pivotal phase 3 trial. in acute myeloid leukemia. GTAOP. Rare halted, RARE. Ultragenics Pharmaceutical, RARE. Let's see, SLS. That one's the one that provided the update on the pivotal phase 3 trial. Not really moving much, kind of stuck. Tron, DBRG. BNAI, 176. BNAI, the old roller coaster here. DBRG, let's go back and look at that one. Now at 18.2. Might smack 20. Might hit 20 on that one. BNAI. We hit 177. It's trying to push up. ASPC now at 28.9. Looks like 30's coming. 29.5. 29.8. Come on. 29.6. Come on. 29.4. Thank you for double tapping that screen. I appreciate that. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button too. Much, much appreciated. FTEL still going sideways, not doing much. We'll have to talk nice to it. ASPC, that thing wants that $30. It got really close there. It got really close. Nothing at 8:30 really that we could use. Let's look at DBRG at 18.2. Oh, wow. Well, we're all warm, I guess. That's one bright spot this morning. We only need one. We only need one. Vicki, you have a great day. MREO announces phase 3 orbit and cosmic results. We already know about that one. DBRG, GTX, 4 auto stocks. Bullish for orbs. We know about that one. FTEL trying to push back up. BNAI getting a slight pullback. Well, I hate to say it, but 830 really didn't give us much. I agree, Hollywood. It's like watching paint dry. First coat's dry. Now we got to put on that second coat. We'll stick with you on YouTube until 9 o'clock, and we'll see if something pops up at 9 o'clock. Sometimes we get press releases at 8:45, but they're usually class action lawsuits, so I'm not real hopeful, but something might pop up. One good one would be all we need. One good press release will send us to the bank. We've only got 2 more days till the end of the year. Let's hope that, if this year ends on kind of a slump here, that the new year starts us off with a bang. Let's hope. Okay, DBRG at 1828. TOVX stuck up here at 24. Really need that one to pop. Yeah, Jason, you're right. We might have to just sit on our hands until the end of the year. I'm going to approach every single day like it's a fresh start and with a lot of high hopes and good attitude. The glass is half full, and come into each morning hopeful that we're going to get something that morning that's really going to do amazing things for us. But that's just the way I am. That's how I live life. That's my attitude. Always got to be positive. Let's go back and look at ASPC again. We just bumped up to $30. There's that big 30. Mutter says 40 is next. Well, that would be nice. I'm positive the paint dried. DBRG halted. DBRG looks like it's trading to me. I see price movement and I see volume movement. It just tanked big time. They just filed a 8K. shareholders, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit over here, class action lawsuit. Yeah, that 845 news was exactly what I thought it would be. Class action lawsuits. Keep your eyes on DBRG for that bounce off the bottom. SIDU, another 8K been filed. ASPC hanging out up there in the mid 29 range. See if it bounces. Oh my gosh. Pre-market's been pretty slow here all last week and the week before. A couple of weeks now, pre-market's been really slow. There's 30 again on ASPC, 30 and a half now. Kaboom, nice. Carrie, you have a great day. 30 bucks. We hit $30.86 there for a moment. Last couple of weeks, pre-market's been real slow. After hours trading's been kind of slow as well. It's just not been all that great. There's been a couple of runners here and there, without a doubt. There's been a few that have done real nice, and we've made money on a few, but it's not like it normally is. It's been, the end of the year has been real sluggish here. But it will pick up. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's going to pick up. It always does. We're going to get a rash of amazing news that's going to be popping up every morning, and we're going to just not even know what to do with ourselves. Trading is going to be really, really good. We just have to be patient and sit through the slow time and save up your dry powder, as they say, and just be patient. It's coming. 31 bucks now on ASPC. Yeah, that's right. We just have to exercise some patience right now. Get a little bit of scalping in, scalp a few here and there for just a few pennies, and, just something to keep our brains active and keep them green, keep our accounts green a little bit. Just some quick scalps, but we just have to be patient through this little slow moment that we're going through in the market right now. Believe me when I tell you, the press releases are coming, and they're going to be insane, and we're going to get runners like you wouldn't believe. Look at that. ASPC just hit 31.89, almost to 32. Mikey, good morning. I after hours trade all the time, mainly in the middle of the day. I only invest in U.S. stocks, NIGR. Good deal. Good to have you here, Mikey. Always good to have an extra set of eyes on the market and all that extra input for the community. Do appreciate having you here. There's been some runners. I'm not going to lie. We've had some decent runners in pre-market and after hours. There's been a few that have done really, really well for us. But we got spoiled. We get spoiled every year. Every year we go through it where we get spoiled with 500% runners, 800% runners, a constant stream of 100% and 200% runners every day. We get spoiled with it, and then when it slows down a little bit, and we're only getting 40% runners or 50% runners, we get a little aggravated because we're so used to getting those big ones. But we'll get them more. They're coming again. They're coming. All right. HUBC. Cybersecurity awarded $16 million government contract by Israeli Ministry of Interior. That's on HUBC. Have a 9.9 million public float, about 2 million shorted with 1 day to cover. That's on HUBC. ASPC gap at 50. Let's take a look at ASPC real quick. Monthly is looking pretty slick. 31.56. What did this thing hit on Friday, 12/26? It hit $56. Spiked up to 56 anyway. Look at that climb from Friday. From $18 in pre-market to $56 during the day. You guys all see that? ASPC, that big, massive run up. I know probably a lot of you were playing that on Friday, but it's starting to climb back up here. We're pushing away pretty steadily since 7 o'clock. WOK is opening up at 8:55 this morning. WOK. This one's coming off a reverse split. They did a reverse split. Now, why don't I show that? Why don't I show that? They did a 1 for 100 reverse split. Is that right? WOK. A 1 for 100 split, and they're opening that back up for trading again post split numbers. Supposedly at 8:55, but it's 8:55 right now, and it's not open yet. New price is $2.61. This was down at like 2 pennies. Yeah, it was at 2 cents before the split. And then after the split, it's now at $2.61. So it's going to show that it's up an insane amount in percentages, but it's not really. It's just the split adjustment. Orbs, the one we mentioned to you earlier, ORBS, that's the one that had the $125 million stock repurchase program. It's getting some action, but it's not doing anything really terribly impressive. It's getting some action. It pumped up a little bit. We had a nice climb in the last 3 minutes on this one. Drilling company, TVA. BNAI trying to push. TOVX not doing anything. Mask not doing anything. TII is still trying to climb up a little bit. Nothing there. ASPC low floater going for 50. ASPC, we're going to want to keep an eye on that, folks. We've been following this one since 8 o'clock this morning. It's climbing up very, very well. It's gone up $10. Emma, good morning. You totally look like a book. $30. We just hit 33. $33.3. Let's see if it'll keep pushing. Steve, you have a great day. Stay warm. Look at MREO. That thing's getting beat into the dirt. It's down 87%. My goodness. $2.30 down to 26. That's the one that said they announced their phase 3 results. And it said neither study achieved statistic significance against the primary endpoints. So it's getting punished. It's getting punished. So let's go back and look at ASPC again. See how that one's doing. Here is the 9 o'clock stuff. Let's see if anything pops up at 9 o'clock for us. Of course, Woke, WOKE, one we were just talking about that's coming off the reverse split. Woke subsidiary obtains manufacturing approval for its AI automated blood cell morphology analyzer. That's on WOK. We just told you about that one. That's the one coming off of that reverse split. And they just started trading it. Now, a lot of you may not be able to trade that one because sometimes the platforms will lock those up after coming off a reverse split. Some of you may be able to trade it, but this is going to have a very low float. It's working on some news here. Hopefully, Pinky's been following that one here this morning, so hopefully you were able to do something with that. Now, it shows that it's up 14,000% this morning, but it's not really. That is post-split adjustment. SOPA, 212 to 232. Good trade. So they waited till after the reverse split to post the news, and which is pretty brilliant. It's pretty nice now with that new float. I've only been lucky enough in my entire trading career to be a part of a stock that actually did well after a reverse split, where I held through the reverse split. I don't hold through reverse splits anymore. If I'm in a stock trying to day trade it or something and they announce a reverse split, I'm out. I'm done. But when early on, I did hold through reverse splits, 3 of them, and 2 of them destroyed me and I had to take out. But one of them did actually go up and I did actually make money on it. But it was because the day of the split, when it released, they put out a really good press release. And because of the new low float, it went crazy. And I did okay on it. But so we'll see. We'll see if Woke goes up. I'm guessing it's probably locked up on pretty much everybody's platform. It's probably locked up, so you can't trade. Probably a lot of you can't trade this one. It won't let me sell. Uh-oh. You probably could sell if you call your broker over the phone and tell them to sell it. If it won't let you do it online. I've had to do that on E-Trade before. You have to call them to make the trade, which sucks. Woke is locked up on Webull. Yep. Anybody by chance able to trade that stock? And if so, what platform are you on? It's locked up on Webull. There it goes. Come on. Can't on Webull or Robinhood. Well, who in the world is able to trade this right now? I haven't tried to buy it on E-Trade. Schwab said no, no, no. Woke is hitting the scanners like crazy right now. Anybody try it on E-Trade? I didn't. Interactive Brokers, yes, you can trade it. $480. We just hit 485 on it. So let's go back and look at ASPC. That one's pulling down. MREO. That one got punished. TII. BNAI. SOPA trying to curl back up. Let's go back and look at WOK. 485. Son of a gun, it's going crazy. Oh. $527. It's gone up $2.50 in the last 6 minutes. Holy smokes. Anybody making a trade on that one? It was a good one. And we knew about it before they released it. It woke up, that's for sure. WOK. It did wake up. That new low float is going to do wonders for that stock. What's the new float on it now? 128,310. WOK. They just did a 1-for-100 reverse split. It released this morning. Right at 9 o'clock. It's coming off that reverse split. It's gone from $3 to $6.30. That low float is going to do wonders for that. JCRPGL 44.8 to 44.7. Me and the crabs down here feeding on scraps. What did we just hit here? $6.30. Anybody banking on it? Pinky's in at $2.63 and can't sell it. Oh, shit. Pinky, call. Make a phone call. Oh, my God. Please. What an entry. 263. MMA announces a $3 million private placement led by American Ventures. with Donald Trump Jr. investing in the offering. That's on MMA. 7.9 million public float. $3 million private placement led by American Ventures with Donald Trump Jr. investing in the offering. And the offering, they sold 4 million shares at 70 cents a piece. Current price is $1.22. So if this thing plays out the way they usually do, it's likely to drop somewhere near that offering price. But you never know. Retail's a funny bunch sometimes. So anyway, that's on MMA. Did you get that on E-Trade, Pinky? Robinhood. Oh, okay. Well, if you can't get a hold of anybody at Robinhood, which you probably can't, just keep trying until they get everything adjusted. They've got to adjust for the split. They have to adjust the QSP number and adjust the amounts in your account. They have to do that across the board for everybody. Sometimes it can take a day. So, and it could play out in your favor too, because this thing could run all day today. And by the time you're able to sell, it could be way up and you'll do great. Could work against you too. Let's be honest. It could drop, but you've got a pretty good entry price. You've got a pretty good entry price. So you've got a little room there to let it fluctuate a little bit without panicking too much. Don't panic too much. Don't get yourself all worked up. You've got a good enough entry price that it can float up and down a little bit, and you're going to be okay. But I would keep trying. I would keep, because they're not going to tell you when it's okay to sell. It's just going to be there. So I would off and on try to pop in there and sell a few shares. I wouldn't, if it was me in your situation, I wouldn't try to sell all of it at once. With it being up the way it is right now, I wouldn't try to sell your entire position, because if it does take it, you're going to be like, shoot, especially if it spikes today. So just for your peace of mind, just go in and try to sell 10 shares or something, just to see if the order goes through. And if it does, now you're back to where you can sit back and really watch it. And if it starts climbing, then you can make your decisions. But just to give you the peace of mind, maybe try to sell a few shares just every so often, just to see if it'll go through. But you might have to wait a full day. when I've gotten stuck in reverse splits in the past with E-Trade, I had to wait a full day before I could go in and trade them. So that's very possible. Just keep trying to sell. Just keep trying to sell and keep trying to call Robinhood. If there's a phone number that you can get a hold of there, keep trying to call and keep trying to sell. So anyway, hang on. You're in good shape, Pinky. Don't panic. You got a really good entry on that. A really good entry. And this stock could run to 10, 12, 13, 15 bucks today. Who knows? With that low float, it could really do something special. So just hang in there. So, but you're doing okay with the 260 entry. You're doing all right. You're okay. And it's going back up again as we speak. So you're doing okay. ACAN up. AKAN trying to pop and then right back down again. BNAI. Let's go back and look at that one. BNAI tried to climb back up. I'm interested to see where WOK goes today. WorkMed Technologies, WOK. For those of you just joining us, they came off they did a 1-for-100 reverse split. And they just resumed trading post-split numbers as of this morning at 9 o'clock. And it's got a really, really small float now. Extremely small float. The kind of float that can go really crazy if enough volume pours into it. So I'm really curious to see what it does today. Especially with the fact that they put out a press release as soon as it was released for trading, they put out a press release. So it'll be fun to watch that one. Raina, is that Raina? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but if I did, good morning. Good to have you with us. Jason says you can buy it on Webull now. Pinky owns all the shares. However many shares you bought, Pinky, you got to remember, you got to divide that by 100. Does your account show how many actual shares you have of it now? Don says, nope, not open for me on Webull. Can buy it on E-Trade. It's back up. We just hit 591. Remember, this is coming off of about $2.60 from that split. 593. We had a high of 639. Let's see if it'll break above that 639. Let's find out. Let's hope it does. Wouldn't that be exciting if that thing ran just an insane amount today? Just out of FOMO, just out of pure FOMO and momentum on that little tiny float, that it just went bananas. JC got ASPC from 27.45 to 31.10. Nice trade. Yeah. Ran up on retail boredom. We just hit 617. If you've been trading with the Wolf Pack for very long, you know what micro floats can do. They are amazing. Let's hope this one's no different. Let's hope this one really, one of those stocks where you look at it and you go, what the heck is going on with that stock? Holy crap, that thing is flying. Let's hope it's one of those. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Really do appreciate that a lot. It's a brand new channel for us. This Traveling Trade Adventures is a whole new thing. We're going to be out traveling in the RV here very soon. Traveling across the country, visiting some really cool places and documenting all of it and filming it. And of course, doing a little trading in the morning, every morning while we're out on the road. Getting out there, enjoying the freedom of the open road, and with any luck, our trading that we do in pre-market will help fund and pay for all the big adventures that we get into. That's kind of the idea of doing mobile. You know, it's like having a work at home type of job that you can do online from anywhere you happen to be. And trading, stock trading online is work at home kind of job, just like any other job, just with a lot more risk. That's for sure. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get out there trading every morning and allow our trading to help pave the way for all of our little trips that we go on and all the adventures we get into. Going to try to hit up around Yellowstone and up into Michigan and Mackinac Island, down in the Florida Keys, out to Texas, the Grand Canyon. I'm going to try to hit a lot of different areas and get some really great footage of all the places and go through our morning routine every morning. Will you teach me how to trade? Well, I can try. $209 to $201. Not all the bottom line worked out. It's tough out there this morning. It is tough out there. So should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Going to get out around the country. Jimbo, it'll be all in one trip. I'm going to I'm going to film the entire leg. I'll be out on the road for probably, oh gosh, I'll be out on the road probably for at least 12 weeks. If everything goes smoothly. If everything goes smoothly, I'll be out. What about the mail? I have neighbors and relatives who are neighbors that will take care of all that for me. What RV do you have? I have a 2020 Class C RV. It is 31 feet long, bumper to bumper is 31. It's made by Thor. It's called a Quantum SE. That's the model. Has a full slide out. In other words, the entire side, it doesn't have small slide outs. The entire side of the RV, the whole thing slides out, which is pretty cool. You house sit for me, make sure the wave runner doesn't get rusty. There you go. So it's not a brand new one. It's a 2020. It was 4 years old when I got it. And but I really have enjoyed it. I really enjoy getting out in it, and I miss. It's been a month or so since I've had it out on the road, and I do miss it. I'm really looking forward to getting out there again. And I'm so excited about getting out on the road and visiting all these really cool places around the country. And filming it. It's going to be a blast. I've had the RV out for, 5 or 6, 7 weeks at a time, but I never bothered filming anything. I never bothered taking my camera and documenting anything. But this time around, I'm going to document. I'm going to get a good footage of my morning routine, getting up, getting coffee, getting my mobile trading setup going, and the driving and just everything that goes throughout the day, and setting up the RV, because I'm going to talk about RV lifestyle, all the things involved in RVing, along with trading, and we'll talk about some tech stuff as well. A lot of the equipment that I use. Mutter, you have a great day. Keep her green. ASPC moving up. Watching for Woke to see if that one pops up. And we'll talk about tech, the computers that I use, the laptop that I use, and my monitors and microphones for my live streaming, because I do live streaming from the RV every morning with the Wolfpack. And I do that while I'm on the road. And my Starlink system, and I'm going to try out new gear while I'm out driving and do some reviews on some new gear that I'm using and see what I like and don't like. So going to cover a lot of different topics on the channel. Mainly RV, travel, stock trading, and tech. And then, of course, the big payoff on each trip for the final destination, whether it be the Grand Canyon or Yellowstone, Mackinac Island, wherever we happen to go. All right. Well, WOK. This is the one I'm curious about today, looking to see how high this thing will go or not go. Hopefully, if you were able to buy some, I hope you got a good entry on it. And I hope if you did get an entry, I hope the thing goes nice for you. I hope it really goes up. We can expect some pullback here and there. It's going to happen. Don't know where it's going to go today. I have no idea, but I hope it goes up. All right. So anyhow, you guys all have a great day. It's 9:30. I've got to get to the Yamaha dealer and get my Wave Runner looked at after my little fiasco on Saturday. So hopefully that doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. That's not good. All right. I will see you guys on Zoom today, 4 o'clock, just like always, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll do after hours trading, see what we can get as far as press releases and after hours. So if you can make it, great. If you can't, I'll see you tomorrow morning. YouTube, thank you guys very much for subscribing. Really appreciate that. And I will see you tomorrow morning on YouTube right here, Traveling Trade Adventures at 7:45 Eastern time, 7:45 a.m., same time we did this morning. And we'll stay with you for a little while and hopefully give you some press releases that you can use. All right. Everybody have a great day. God bless. And I'll see you all this afternoon and tomorrow morning.